Kind of weird when it says that. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Essential Oil 101 class. We're definitely going to be narrowing in on the BOGO box oils and just some basics on how to use our oils. So we've got Nick and Jess on today. So if you want to in the chat or just unmute where you're coming from.
Wailuku.
And then Jess, if you want to pop into.
I'm in Hilo, Hawaii.
Oh, awesome. That's good to know. We're both on Maui. I'm in Waikapu in Maui as well. So yes, awesome. I'm glad you popped on. That's perfect then, because it's hard to come to an in-person class when you're on another island. All right. So today's kind of our essential oil experience class. And I'm your teacher today. I'm Kate. I am a mom. I am a teacher at an elementary school here, Arts Integration Elementary School. And I also have been doing doTERRA for quite a while. I absolutely love my oils. And so I'll jump forward into our story kind of quickly. I started with a kit because I heard they could do a lot of things for my kids, and my two daughters at the time were, I think, 1 and 4, and they were getting sick a lot. And so I wanted to avoid the Tylenol, baby Tylenol trap, because I was buying a ton of it. And I was just super curious about natural things in general. So I bought my kit and then I let it sit because I had no idea what to do with all the oils. They got dusty. And finally, I went to a class and I learned how to make some roller blends, which really helped because once you have them in these rollers, so much easier to use and remember to use. So I started using On Guard, and the kids, they didn't get sick as much because, you know, all the preschool daycare age, they get all the boogers all the time. So they started being healthier. And then I started using some oils for my own mental sanity. Past tense was my gateway oil. It helped with tension and headaches, which I used to get tons of. Since then, I started finding more and more ways to use them on myself because that was such a success. And since then, I've reduced greatly my headaches. I have also sleep incredibly well because of my oils. I don't get cold sores as often, and I have totally switched out my home from toxic products and use almost 100% natural stuff, which is great for both my kids and also our little doggy there, Rosie. So yes, that's my short story. I could go longer, but I will spare you the details. But it took, you know, that's my journey. It started in 2013, 14. So obviously my journey has progressed over time. All right, so we'll switch it over to you. You can write this down. You can put it on your note, maybe put it right in your head. Is I want you to think about 2 health concerns that kind of are on the top for you, that are things that you think about, some things maybe you wish you didn't have to think about. Maybe it's headaches, maybe it's stress, maybe it's anxiety, maybe you have some skin issues or respiratory issues in your family, maybe it's asthma or allergies. But write down at least 2 that come to mind right now, and then also kind of an overall goal for yourself. We're going to get to those ideas a little bit later, but I definitely want you to start to listen to some of the products and things that we talk about today that might support you with those, because we can definitely help with that. All right, so just kind of getting a feel for you and Nick, what do you know about essential oils? You can either just unmute or you can put in the chat. 1 is you have no experience at all, 2, some, but not very educated, or 3, loves oils and wants to learn more. Nick's a 3. How about you, Jessica?
2.
2. All right, that's a good starting place. Do you have a oil that you already kind of gravitate to or have some experience with?
I have a bunch, but I never really like try test them all out or play with them. My daughter has a diffuser in her room. I have one in mine. I kind of just stick to like 3 or 4 oils that I normally use.
Nice. Okay, good. Well, then you're in the right place. You're definitely going to learn more about what you have and get some ideas too. All right, so we're going to start off with kind of the basics here on just how to use oils. So there's 3 ways to use essential oils. You can use it aromatically. So like you said, you can use your diffuser, which I do constantly. I've got my Serenity going behind me. When we diffuse our oils, it positively affects our mood. There is our limbic system that we intake our oils when we breathe in, and it triggers a part of our brain that relates to memories and emotions. And so when you're breathing in certain aromas, just like when you smell something maybe from your childhood or smell something that maybe reminds you like the cologne you or perfume you wore in high school, that's one for me. It totally brings me back to that moment. So it's that same idea. When you're inhaling certain essential oils, it's going to trigger a certain emotion for you. And you can connect those emotions and oils. Oops, my thing is a little too sensitive. All right, we have Bernice is coming in. She's one of our essential oil ladies too. All right, so there's kind of the reason for aromatic. You can also use your diffuser and inhaling by putting a drop of oil. I'm going to find one I want to do that with. Here's some lavender just right on your palms. You can do this with peppermint too. It's a really good one to open your airways. Lavender is a great one just to kind of trigger relaxation and do those deep inhales. That's good for me. I've been kind of all over the place today, so that's very good to be grounded. All right, and then you can also use oils to cleanse the air. There's an oil called Purify that really helps clear the air when after you've cooked fish, or maybe there's just kind of a smell in your house you want to get rid of. Purify is a great one for that. So is lemon eucalyptus. Any of the citruses will really help with that cleansing of the air. And then we have our breathe and different respiratory oils that help support our respiratory system that we can be diffusing throughout the day. Maybe when, you know, the spring, when all the pollen is high, definitely want to be diffusing. And then also diffusing at night to help with clear breathing and snoring. All right, so moving forward, you can also use your oils topically. Topically is just a fancy word for putting it right on your skin. You can put your oils depending on what you're trying to support in different places of your body. So when it says there localized benefits, that's what it means. So if let's say you have a sore muscle because you've been working out or you just pulled something, then you could put the deep blue right on that affected area. You can also, if you have tummy issues, you can put say digestin right in your pico and on your abdomen to help really support that area and have those essential oils get into your bloodstream and then help with whatever concerns you're having. I like to do a lot of diluting of my oils with coconut oil, and we use fractionated coconut oil to help us with that. A lot of our rollers are pre-diluted, like these touch rollers. This is the On Guard Touch with coconut oil. And one of the reasons why we do that is because when you're adding your essential oils to your coconut oil, you're able to stretch your oils longer. And then you're also able to, when you put them on your skin, it's like a gradual release of that powerful essential oil, and it will stay there longer because it's absorbing better and it's able to stay in that first layer of your skin as long as possible. And you also want to dilute too with children, just because they're smaller bodies and they don't need as much, and you just want to be safe. And also, of course, if you're using it with pets. We do a little bit of lavender with the fireworks with our dog on the tips of her ears. So we like to dilute that, and then we'll rub whatever's left over all over her coat. She loves it. She loves any attention, so that always works. All right, and then the third way to use essential oils is by taking them internally. And when you take them internally, you can do it a number of ways. You can put them in water. I like to do a few drops of lemon oil in my hydro flask every day to help with kind of a gentle detox, and it tastes way better. I drink more. You can also put your oils in veggie caps, which are empty pill capsules that you can pour your oils right in and take that internally. Usually I do that because I'm starting to feel sick and I want to affect that immunity response. And or might also do that when I have a headache, and I might make a pain balm that we have a recipe for as well. And then not always, but sometimes I'll be brave and I'll put some under my tongue. Frankincense is a great one. And then also are on guard to help with immunity. And frankincense is great for just overall vitality, and it helps our cells regenerate. All right, and Bernice asked a great question in the chat. She asked, what ratio do you use? All right, so when I'm using my rollers, I like to do about 15 to 20 drops of essential oils. And then I top it off with a fractionated coconut oil. If I'm doing a baby roller, which I actually just made a set for a friend, I do about 5 drops of the essential oil and then the rest coconut oil. Because our oils are so potent, you do not need a ton of them, which is another reason why dilution is really, really helpful. You're welcome, Bernice. And then when I'm like on the go and I don't have a roller and I just have my oil, I'll just squirt coconut oil in my hand and a couple drops of the oil in my hand, and then I'll just mix it and put it on wherever I'm applying it to. So you don't always need to have a roller to dilute. You can do it right in your hand too. All right, we're going to move on forward. Our essential oils are very safe. So you probably are wondering, oh my gosh, you can take these oils internally. Yes, and when we think about safety and this whole class today, we're only talking about doTERRA essential oils, which we're going to get to why they are so incredibly pure, potent, and free of additives and toxins. But our oils are 100% natural and safe. There's no side effects and no addictions. However, I am a little addicted. I will agree with that statement, but they are natural and safe. You don't have to worry about all those added things on the commercial when you're taking over the counter, like all these negative effects that could range from, you know, skin irritation to death. Who knows what they are. Our oils are pure and safe because they come straight from plants. They come from the leaves, the barks, the stem, even the petals for our rose and our other florals. And they use either a hot or cold steam process to extract these tiny molecules of essential oils right on the plant. And that's why they're so potent, because they come straight from that plant and they are extracted and they're put into this bottle. So it's like extremely strong, which I love about them, and why we can also dilute them. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, just crazy. And in doTERRA world, we have this CPTG standard, which stands for Certified Pure Tested Grade, to ensure they're pure and potent. doTERRA does a ton of tests on the oils to make sure that what we're putting on our body and in our body is safe. And if it doesn't meet their standard, for example, one batch of bergamot was 97% pure, they'll just trash it because they don't want to put out anything that could have something that's not safe for us to use, which, you know, again, has kind of helped me to fall in love with the company even more. They also get their oils and plants from their native habitats. So our peppermint right there, that's actually from Washington, but we have our lavender I was using earlier, that's from France. But we have oils, plants all over the world. And what's incredible is we are helping on both sides of the bottle, because we help sustain the farmers and the people who are growing our plants, harvesting them, and then they're sent to different distilleries, sometimes on site and sometimes in different locations. And then they're shipped to our plant in Pleasant Grove, Utah, where they bottle them and do all the testing to make sure they are pure. So that's why we're the #1 oil company in the world because of this standard. And I would be very wary of putting any other oils on your body or in your body, like the ones you see at Target or Walmart. Beware. Usually those will have a warning on them that says not for use on your skin, which to me is kind of scary because if you can't put it on your skin, what's in there? A lot of times they'll have different chemicals that they use to create aromas and not pure essential oils from the plants themselves. Kind of just a little tidbit. I could go on and on about that because I'm pretty passionate about the purity. All right, so now we're going to talk about why they're effective. So our essential oils, because we know they're coming straight from the plants into our bottles, we know that they are plant medicine. We know that they are more effective than modern approaches to health problems because essential oils can go directly into the cell membrane. They're oil soluble, which means they can go right into our cells, which over-the-counter medicines are water-based and they can't go right into our cells where our essential oils are able to do so. Pretty powerful, and that is the reason why we constantly in our home have our On Guard around because the On Guard can get to that cellular level whenever we have some sort of icky thing going on, whether it's a virus, whether it's bacteria, infection. We know if we're using our essential oils, we're just having another layer of support and we're able to get to the root cause of whatever's happening rather than just taking something to mask our symptoms. And don't get me wrong, we also, if we need to bring Tylenol into the house, we do, but we usually don't have it around. I actually had to buy some because my daughter had the most painful canker sore this weekend. So I'm like, oh, we have nothing. So what I love about my oils is that I always have something to use instead. But we definitely, we go both ways and we also go to the doctor when needed as well. But we definitely don't have to do that as much as we used to. All right. And that kind of leads right into the last cool thing about oils is they're very affordable. We don't have to go to the doctor often, which means we don't have to pay for our copays all the time. We don't have as many over-the-counter meds that we have to purchase all the time because the kids don't get sick very often. We do our well visits, we get our vaccines. I mean, overall, we're just very healthy. And if something does pop up, we always have something to try. So thinking about kind of this lifestyle with essential oils, it really is helpful to have this plant medicine on your shelf ready to go. Each bottle, if you think about what's in there, we see that's a bottle of lavender. It's $23 for a bottle, and there's 250 drops in that bottle. So it really is just pennies per drop. And because it's so potent, you don't need to use a lot of it for it to work. And it definitely has saved us hundreds of dollars over the last 8 years that I've been using oils. We had one incident, middle of the night, throwing up with my kid. Actually, a couple of them, but Digestin to the rescue, rubbed it in her pico, diffused it, put it up and down her spine, bottom of the feet, and she was good and ready to go. She wasn't 100%, but she stopped puking, which is great. And then another situation, we woke up and my daughter Ryan had a ringworm rash on her thigh, which is a big circular rash. I made a blend that I found in my book for ringworm, had lavender, melaleuca, frank, and thyme, and put that on 4 times that Saturday. Sunday, it looked way better. Again, 4 or 5 times that day, and then by Monday, it was gone. So I love that story because it saved me time, which time I hate sitting in the doctor's office for hours at a time. And then it also saved us the cost of whatever cream they were going to give us, which who knows what would be in that. Yes. All right. I'm kind of going fast, hopefully not. So Jess, feel free to throw any questions you have so far in the chat as we're going. And then yes, Bernice is saying, oh, both sides of the bottle, more controlled and pure and no side effects. Yes. All right, here's just a few testimonies from our team. We like to save our screenshots when someone lets us know of a success they've had, because we love to take that knowledge and spread it with others. That's the power of our team. It's super incredible because we share our successes and we learn from each other. So one story is about a teenage daughter using adaptive oil for anxiety. Really helped her symptoms. And that's awesome coming from a nurse who is very immersed in Western medicine. We also have itchy throat using a peppermint steam bowl and On Guard soft gels and roller. Another one with baby coughing. Always scary for that one. 5 minutes after putting the breathe on him, the coughing slowed down. And then one about sleep, using the sleep blend, which is Serenity, and the soft gels to help with sleep. And then lastly, the adaptive again for anxiety. Incredible. Really, really powerful. All right. So you've thought about it in the beginning of the class, some of the common ailments or concerns that you are having that maybe you have, someone in your family. What's coming to mind, Jessica, for you that you're hoping essential oils can help with right now?
My daughter has asthma and my son has seizures.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll definitely talk about a couple oils that you actually are going to be getting for asthma that are going to help. And then for seizures, I will look that up because that is a very big concern, I'm sure, and that has to do with neurological things. So that must be really scary for you, Jess.
At times, yeah.
Yeah. How old is he?
Like not knowing when it's gonna come on or what he may be doing at the time or where he is. He just made 16.
Okay. So he's a little older, so he can does he kind of tell when they're coming on or about to happen?
Yeah. He said he's at times when he does like overdoes himself, then he feels it, like his body just kind of like tenses up and he knows like the seizure is gonna occur.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that must be, yeah, I can't even imagine. Well, I will definitely look up a couple protocols or suggestions, and then I'll send those to you after the class, because those are ones I would not know off the top of my head. But thank you for thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and I'll look in our group too, our Facebook group. Hopefully Zisha or Renette's been able to add you in there, but if not, I'm trying to think, maybe it's been a little whirlwind of a weekend, so we'll check on that too, and I'll tag you on some ideas. And then Bernice, you want to add anything? Do you have any concerns to?
Yeah, hi. Recently, just general aches and pains. Getting older. We did a lot of walking last week on vacation, so just a general aches, and then dry skin. Going to Vegas. Oh my gosh, my skin's cracking.
Oh my goodness.
So copaiba in the cracks, and I just use frankincense, lavender. You're talking about the ringworm.
Mm-hmm.
What did you use? Frankincense, thyme?
Thyme
is good too.
Yeah, frank, thyme, lavender, and melaleuca, and the tea tree.
Melaleuca.
Mm-hmm.
I should try that.
Yeah,
So
really good.
anyway, those kinds just recently. Cracked skin, dry skin.
Yes, definitely. I'll definitely bring that one up. All right, and we had someone else join us. Welcome, iPhone. If you are comfortable, turn your camera on. If not, maybe just give us a little hello in the chat, and maybe just share who invited you and what you hope to learn today. Yay, okay. I'm hoping it might be Lisa. I know Garrett and Lenny let me know that you might be joining us today. Awesome. Well, jump in the chat whenever you want. We went over the first part of the class, which I recorded, so I can send it to you. And we're about to jump into the next part, going into more specific oils. So if you have, oh, you want to say hi? I know Zoom's kind of weird sometimes. Feel free to put in the chat maybe something you want to learn today. I'll make sure I cover it for you. We'll come back to you. Okay, we're gonna keep on keeping on. So we're gonna chat about some must-have oils. And like I started the class today, we're really looking at the wonderful oils that that are in this BOGO box that doTERRA is gifting to us this week. So today we're just gonna kind of zero in on those. But I have to say the oils in the BOGO box are like the ones that everyone should have in their home anyway. So it's kind of a win-win for us. This box is probably the best box I've ever seen them share with us. So we'll start with one of the oils featured is this oil, oregano. Oregano, of course, you're thinking, oh yes, you can use it for cooking. You actually can add about a drop to your spaghetti sauce. It's super potent. So if you do that, you can use a little toothpick and dip it in and put it in your sauce until it's about the amount you want. Because I've had a few people put too much and it's overwhelming. Oregano, though, is not just for cooking, but it also supports a healthy immune response, helps your immune system. Really great to put in a blend that you can take internally in a veggie cap. And right there on the left side, there is a veggie cap that is suggested for immunity. You can put in oregano, lemon, and tea tree into an empty veggie cap for that and take that multiple times a day if you are feeling under the weather. And then the Achy Days veggie cap is great for probably for Bernice because she's been walking all over Vegas. But that one definitely will help with pain. And then you can also add oregano for cleaning purposes for different surfaces in a spray bottle. It also helps with healthy digestion, excuse me. You can take it internally for respiratory support. And then it's very potent, so you can add a punch of flavor to your dishes. And there's a fun little shower cleaner there as well that you can make. This one I definitely share and save for my, I thought I had it here, my blend I make for immunity. I use something called a flute, which is an acronym for frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, and tea tree. And I'll put all 5 of those together in a roller that we'll use to help us stay healthy. Especially if we get sick, that's what I'm using. I bump it up from on guard to that whole blend. All right, another great one is on guard. And these two both are really power packed for immunity purposes. And it's in a touch roller, which means it's diluted with coconut oil already. And it will help protect against environmental and seasonal threats. And that pretty much means they're going to help you with your immunity. You can also use it to cleanse surfaces, but if it's in a roller, you're most likely going to be rolling it on your either back of your neck. You can do up and down your spine. And then I do this on the bottom of my girls' feet every day so that they stay healthy. If you have the regular oil, not the roller, you can refill it when this is empty. And you can also diffuse it with the 15 ml bottle of the oil. I was diffusing that one today, and a lot of my teacher friends will diffuse On Guard in their classrooms, which is very helpful, especially right now with everything happening in the world. And On Guard is a blend, I didn't say this, of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So it's very fall kind of smelling, kind of spicy, which I really, really love. And then here's a hand cleansing spray suggested that you can use for sanitizer. And then doTERRA also sells a On Guard sanitizing spray. Because this blend is so potent, they also have it in our toothpaste. We also have mouthwash. We have On Guard sanitizer for our surfaces. They have a concentrate that you can purchase. And I know I'm missing a bunch of things right now. There's little beadlets you can have. They have On Guard galore. So this is one everyone in doTERRA world definitely needs because it's so helpful for immunity. And I think it smells amazing. All right, another oil in this box is tea tree, otherwise known as Melaleuca. So this one and the next one are great for skin, hair, skin, hair, and immunity as well. But tea tree, you hear about tea tree and Melaleuca, great for your scalp. It's really good for skin. So whenever my kiddos get sunburned, and myself, I don't always reapply, I add tea tree, lavender, and coconut oil, and I use that as an after sun just rub down because it will definitely help your skin quickly. And it's also great, tea tree and lavender, for mosquito bites, scratches, anything skin related. If you have dandruff, it's a great one. You can add tea tree to your shampoo, which is kind of crazy. You can even add it as a spot treatment for pimples, which is really nice. You can add it to a lot of different recipes, of course. You can diffuse it as well. And here's a couple of different diffuser blends that you could use, and also a clear skin wash. And if anyone wants some of these recipes afterward, I can send you the images with that. All right, moving on, lavender, kind of gave a little hint that was coming next. Lavender, we always think is for calming. And you're right, it's for calming our minds, getting us ready for bed, but it also calms our skin. It acts as an antihistamine, which is why it was so helpful in that blend for my daughter's ringworm. And it also helps skin imperfections, again, pimples and other things. And then I love to use it for sleep as well, because of course it's so calming. And it's my daughter's favorite to put in her diffuser to diffuse all night long, to have just that relaxing aroma and chill her out because she's a little crazy. So yes, here's a couple more different blends for sleeping and being calm, which we all need, and a great makeup remover recipe that you can also use if you mix it up in a jar. And then Bernice, yes, thank you for that reminder. The tea tree is great for ukus as well. Great to make a little spray for kiddos and put it kind of on the edge of their hairline, especially towards the nape of the neck. All right, the next three I kind of put together. These are all great for respiratory. So this is going to be great, Jessica, for your daughter's, who's your daughter's asthma. And it's also great for allergies, all three of these. Air X smells a little different from the other two. Air X is more of a citrusy blend because in our world of doTERRA, we have our blends and we have our singles. So Air X is a blend of multiple oils in one. And the Air X is great for purifying the air. It helps with respiratory, wards off odors. So if you are diffusing or you are cooking something stink, you can go ahead and diffuse this to help kill all the odor. You can cleanse your surfaces, help with seasonal threats, and also to help your lungs out. And it's more of a citrusy one, where Breathe and Peppermint are going to be more menthol. So Breathe I like to think of it as a natural Vicks kind of blend because Breathe has eucalyptus in there, has rosemary, it has peppermint, and cardamom and Ravensara, which is a kind of unusual one. But Breathe is a blend, and it's great for asthma, allergies, snoring. It's nice to put on when you are just kind of short of breath. You can even, if you have your mask on, you can put the Breathe outside your mask just to help you breathe a little bit better and not have to smell your stale breath in there. Definitely helpful. I like to roll this one right on my chest. You can also roll it on the bottom of your feet. And then Bernice gives a tip. Air X also gives the car a new car type of smell. Ooh, I'll have to try that. My car's a little dirty. I know the kids have destroyed it this spring break. But yes, Breathe is amazing. I know so many people have been able to help their allergies and asthma and not have to use the nebulizer as much because of the Breathe oil, diffusing it and then also using it topically. And then peppermint is like my second favorite, or maybe I don't know. Serenity and peppermint are my two that I could not live without, but peppermint's great to also clear your airways. I love to do a drop of peppermint, or if you don't have the full bottle and you just have your roller, you can just roll some right on your palm, rub your palms together, and then breathe it right in. It'll clear you out, your passages right out, and then kind of gives you a burst of energy too when you need it, you know, after lunch or when you have to do a big project. And then I like to roll or rub the rest of it on my back of my neck because that's where I hold a lot of tension. And it has that menthol quality that's going to help tingle and relieve that. I also like to use it for headaches, so I'll roll it right on my forehead. But be careful not to get close to your eyes because it will burn if you get it in your eyes. If you do that, which I have done, I think it got a little in my eye before the class, you can use cotton ball with coconut oil and just kind of rub away from your eye. If you try to use water with the oil, they don't mix. So it's going to intensify the peppermint. So use that coconut oil. I know, I've done both of them and it does not help. But yes, this trio is amazing, all great for respiratory issues and more. All right, lemon. Lemon is fabulous. It can be used so many different ways. It can also cleanse the air. That's why it's kind of paired up next to those other trio there, but it's really powerful for cleansing anything because it has all these wonderful properties. It's like antibacterial, antimicrobial, something, I can't even remember all the antis, but it is so powerful for all those things. It also helps to cleanse your body. So like I said earlier, I'll put this or any other citrus in my water every day. So that it tastes good and it helps do a gentle kind of detox for me through my system there. It's soothing to the respiratory system. It's uplifting to our mind and mood. All citruses have that cheery kind of aroma to them, and they help our digestion and immunity. I love to just diffuse lemons sometimes because it's just such a uplifting smell, but you can also blend it very easily with some other oils. And because it's springtime, and I'm thinking too about Jessica with asthma, a really great blend that you can diffuse is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. That's a great one for respiratory as well. I go between Breathe and then that trio for allergies and also asthma. And then lemon, I love to clean my veggies with it. When I get home from Costco, I fill my sink up with water, a splash of vinegar, 10 drops of lemon, because we have a big sink, and then throw everything in there for about 10 minutes. And the surface of the water is all icky because all that wax and other chemicals come right off. And it's very satisfying. And I rinse them all off and we're ready to eat them. Yeah, I love that. And I'll put a couple drops in the, oops, sorry about that, in the garbage disposal too. So really great for cleansing. And then here's a great recipe for a fabric softener and a couple more diffuser blends. All right, Serenity. This one is like the queen in my house. Serenity is a blend of all these wonderful calming oils. So it has lavender in there, cedarwood, hoe wood, longy long, marjoram, chamomile, vetiver, vanilla, and sandalwood. And the aroma all together, I had to go search for it because it was in my bathroom where I put my diffuser. I get my diffuser ready in there. But it creates a tranquil and soothing atmosphere. If you are a lavender person, you're gonna love Serenity. I know some people are really drawn to lavender for calming. And if that's you, then this blend is definitely one you're going to absolutely love. And I don't know if it's genetic, but my sister loves it too. And she almost says that she is like a cat purring when she smells this oil, but I can definitely relate because it really just helps me relax. And I've used it in my diffuser for bed for 7 years now, which, you know, I'm getting older, but I've used it so often now that I smell it, it just triggers my brain that it's time to relax. So now I'll bring it to school when I'm kind of stressed out, and I'll breathe that in when I have a stressful moment, or if I have to talk to the whole faculty and I'm a little nervous, I'll just do some deep inhales with my Serenity. And then my daughters, lo and behold, they also love Serenity and lavender, very floral household. And so they also diffuse that as well in their bedrooms. And I have not made this dish soap with it, but I definitely want to give that a try. I love it. All right, and then balance. This is kind of on the opposite spectrum. We're both looking at these emotional oils. If you are not quite a lavender fan and you're like, oh, lavender is okay, your body and your brain kind of chemistry might connect more with balance. I think I have it right here. It's a little more on the woody and sweeter side. And so this is one, it has a bunch of woods in there. We have spruce leaf, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. This one might be one that you are drawn to. And I also use this one a lot when I have a long day with the kids. Actually, I should have diffused this earlier. We just diffuse some citruses, but this is a great one to diffuse as well as put on the bottom of your feet every morning to kind of ground you and get you into the zone for the day, bring your energy down, bring your emotions in check. I know my friend Liza, she likes to use this in her car as her road rage oil, and she'll do a bunch of deep inhales of that when she gets frustrated on the road, which I think we can all relate to that for sure. All right, this beautiful oil smells beautiful and it's called Beautiful. It's a limited time oil, and I like to call this the Unicorn Blend with doTERRA. They do not sell this regularly. And when they do sell it, everyone gets a little crazy because it is divine. It smells incredible. It has lime, osmanthus flower, bergamot, and frank. And this is truly one that's really a personal aroma. So more like it says there, could be a sweet aroma for you to be using during the day as a date night fragrance. And I love to put anything that relates to emotions. I love to put on my pulse points. So on my wrist, I do the corners of my elbows. And then I like to do over my heart. And then some oils are great to put on your skin as well. And I have to be honest, sometimes I'll just do a little roll right under my nose. I like to call it my mustache roll, so that I can just continue to smell that aroma. And this one is really to promote self-confidence and empowerment. You're welcome for the demo, Bernice. So yes, Beautiful is one you're going to want to get your hands on, and you are going to love the smell. I wish you guys could smell it from here. It's incredible. All right, and then another oil that is really focused on uplifting is the Citrus Bloom. And Citrus Bloom is another blend, has wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. And this one reminds me of a strawberry starburst. I don't know, growing up, I always loved starburst, and strawberry was like my favorite. You open your thing to find that one, but it just has this really sweet floral smell, and it's wonderful in the diffuser. I love diffusing it. I also, of course, will do deep inhales of it, but the diffuser is kind of my go-to with my Citrus Bloom. But you can also use it as your personal aroma, just like you do that Beautiful. And they only recently came out with this as a permanent product. And we even have some hand soap with citrus bloom in it now, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Ooh, and before this one, I actually forgot to put one slide in, and I don't want to miss it. So I'm gonna stop sharing just for a second. We also have these wonderful adaptive capsules that are also included in the BOGO box. And I'm so excited because this is not something I think people right away want to try because they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to get these capsules. What are they about? But these capsules were created to support with anxiety and depression. And talking about lavender, they have some lavender and other essential oils in there, as well as some GABA, which helps with the neurotransmitters in our brain that help support mind and mood. So this is something, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't know if this is really going to help me. But now, whenever I take it, it always just calms me down, kind of evens me out when I need it most, if it's stress or other emotions. We had a lot of grief in my family recently, and this has definitely been one that we've leaned to, at least I have a lot, to get through all of that. So this comes with the box, and it's well worth it for you to give it a try. I've had people ranging from, oh, it helped me so much, to some people will say, oh, it makes me really sleepy. So just take one at the beginning, and then you can kind of see how it affects your brain and your body. But yes, it's definitely worth a try, and it comes in the BOGO box, so it's pretty incredible. And then Ray or Bernice, you want to add on to the adaptive capsules if I missed anything?
Yeah, I was really skeptical at first about adaptive, that the soft gels, but really once you start feeling a little stressed, and then you take it and maybe 15-20 minutes later, it does give you a sense of calm. Just that tummy ache, the butterflies or just that jitters in the tummy, it settles that down. Amazing. I was just amazed with that.
Okay, thank you. Looks like Ray. Oops, oh, I didn't mute myself. All right, so I'm gonna go back to our slides. We're almost there. Those are all the products in the BOGO box, which is amazing, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. But I wanted to make sure to highlight one of the products too. Is actually our number one product, is our Lifelong Vitality Pack. This set of vitamins is incredible. It's our foundational health, and it just provides us with what we need that we're not getting normally with the food we eat and what we intake. And for sure, I do not eat all those 12 servings of fruits and vegetables. I should, but I just don't have time, nor do I cook very often. So I am so happy I have these so I can get all the things I need. And I have been on them for about 5 years. It took me a couple to get started because I was a little skeptical, but they've helped me greatly reduce the amount of cold sores I get. I get less headaches. I also don't get sick very often. So my immunity is high working in a school. I don't have to worry about that as much. And my hair grows incredibly fast, as so do my nails. And yeah, I just feel better. And if I don't take it, if I skip a dose, it's weird. Like, I think I skipped 2 days last month and I got a cold sore immediately. I was so mad. And I just don't feel, I feel kind of yucky. So the cool thing about these vitamins is if you do order them and you don't feel anything and you don't notice anything, you can return them with a 30-day money back guarantee. So I always tell people, what do you have to lose? It could really change your overall health and wellness. And yeah, or not, and you can send it back and get your money back. So something to think about. And depending on your body weight, you don't need to take the full dose. You could take half dose too. So they last a long time if that's the case. They're pretty amazing. And I could go into detail. I'll just go over one each. The cellular vitality, alpha CRS helps with antioxidants, energy, and kind of gives a fire hose to those free radicals. And then our Microplex VMZ is the vitamins and minerals that we should get with our food that we don't always eat, that we should. And then our XC Omega is our 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids and includes 9 essential oils. So I've got my girls taking the XC Omega, and then they go between the chewables and the food nutrient complex, depending if they want to swallow something every day, which is great. And I already see an improvement in my preteen skin because she's been breaking out like crazy. Anyway, love the vitamins, and I always like to share that with anyone who is with doTERRA. All right, so I think most of us here have an account with doTERRA, but if you don't, this is kind of how it works. You can either buy our oils at the retail price, which I do not recommend. It's the most expensive. That's where you might find them at Four Seasons, you might find it at Mana, and you are paying 25% more, which you do not want to. So the other option is to get them at the wholesale price, which means you get them 25% off the retail price, and you get a membership for a whole year, which means you can buy any of the products at the wholesale cost when you want to, and get the best prices, kind of like Costco. So what's cool is this wonderful BOGO box that Jessica got. I definitely got 2. At least 2. I might get another one. We'll see. I'm sure Bernice got 1 and Ray too. Anyone that gets the BOGO box, they get a free membership, which is a $35 value for free. And that means you can purchase doTERRA essential oils at the wholesale cost at any time throughout the year. You can choose to order monthly, or you can choose to just order when you want, which is nice. And all of these products come with a BOGO box. And what's really cool is if you buy the box, they gift us the citrus bloom that we talked about at the end for free. And then, and I actually, I didn't grab it, so sorry about that. You can also get extra promo, which is a deep blue rub and oil, which is kind of like our natural version of Icy Hot, which actually I think it might be on the next page, for free along with that, which is just a win-win. And that one is incredible. Helps with pain, inflammation, cramps, monthly cramps I use it for. I work out a lot, so I also use it for just all those muscle soreness. And my husband's a runner, so he uses it. And I think Bernice might need it for her muscles from Vegas. So yes, here's a picture of the kind of these extra freebies with that deep blue I was talking about. And then I know it's kind of crazy. I know there's a lot of freebies this month. That's why it's kind of crazy. You can get a free citrus bliss on top of that, which is a wonderful uplifting oil that has vanillas and citrus. So it smells kind of like a creamsicle. A wonderful one to diffuse, especially with a mint oil. It's really nice. So yes, there's tons and tons of freebies. So I can definitely help you out to make sure you maximize all the freebies for the month. And because you came to this call today, that's why you can also get this extra citrus bliss on top of it. All right. Oh yeah, here is the information about all of those oils. Adaptive's also available if your order was over 300 PB. So we can definitely help you if you're thinking, ooh, I want 2 BOGO boxes or I want a bigger kit. You could get to that point. But definitely with the BOGO box, you can get the citrus bliss and then the rub and the oil. I love the rub the best. The oil, there's a whole bottle of the oil in the rub. So now that you have both, you can kind of layer it if you have some intense pain or inflammation, or you can share it, or you can make your own roller with the oil. And that's one I definitely have shared with my dad. I share it with my husband. So everybody loves this one. They all can use it. And of course, moms as well. So yes, like I said, I can help you customize what you want, but definitely the BOGO box is where it's at. It is, and I'll go back to that slide. It is available for until Tuesday, until it sells out. So that's kind of the end of our BOGO week. So you definitely want to jump on it soon so you don't miss the deal. You'll be happy you did. So we'll wrap up today. I think there is a little pop quiz here at the end, if you remember. In the chat, can you name the 3 ways? We kind of started earlier, and I know if it is Lisa on there, you missed this part. What are the 3 different ways to use oils? You remember, or you can unmute, of course. Stop sharing. We got our oil queens giving advice on the deep blue. Yes, layer the oil in the rub, add copaiba and frankincense. Yes, both are great for pain and inflammation for extra power. Thank you, Ray. All right, well, 3 ways aromatic. Yes, thank you. I know, Jessica, are you still there with us? Jessica is a new member.
Yeah.
Oh, yay, on Zisha's team. Awesome. Did you have any questions for us today?
No.
Okay, hopefully you learned something about the oils you have and the oils that you're about to get.
I sure did.
Yay. Oh, good. Well, Zisha can help you more with kind of your membership. I know she was going to help you to understand kind of what other benefits you get. And then I'll look up some ideas for seizures and shoot them your way too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yay. Well, thank you for joining us this Sunday. And thanks for joining us too, Bernice and Ray. Have a great evening. Can't believe it's already Sunday.